Week 2 of the NFL season is officially in the books, and there was a lot of chaos this week. Let's recap everything. Let's start with the Thursday night game where the Bills absolutely dominated the Dolphins. And the storyline from this game is obviously Hawk Tua and his injury. I shouldn't even make it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to make jokes about it. This dude damn near died on the football field. I'm not going to be making any jokes or anything about him this week. So even before the injury, the Bills looked amazing out there. Tua looked like an absolute bum. He was throwing interceptions left and right. He looked horrible. The offense of the Dolphins looked horrible, while Bills just killed them in every which way possible. Great win by Buffalo. You exposed the fuck out of this Dolphins team. And the reality is that now you look like the front runners to win this division again. Surprise, surprise. Bills are the new Patriots. We're dominating the AFC East. Oh, I can't wait. Dolphins. Before we get into the Dolphins analysis, I want to come out here and I want to say that Tua doesn't have to. He needs to retire. The man has like 4 confirmed concussions. This is the second time he started fencing after a hit. And for all you that don't know, the fencing is the like hand gestures he would make. It's like a term used for it. Second time. That is serious. His life is bigger than football. And he has to sit here and understand that the traumatic brain injury that he could sustain from playing this game is not worth the rest of his life. We love you as a player. We love you as a joke, for all my content. But the dude's got to retire. That shit is serious. And the last thing I want to see when I'm watching some football is a dude having a damn near seizure every time he gets hit in the head. Dolphins, I don't even know where you go from here. Skylar Thompson's going to be the man. But in reality, you got to bring in, a free agent quarterback. Tana Titz is still available. Case Keenum, I think, could be an option. I'm not sure if he's available or not. I'm going to have to fact check that one. But Tana Titz is definitely available. He's familiar with the Dolphins. You'll have to bring him in, at least as a backup for now. Skylar Thompson's decent, but again, Dolphins making the playoffs at this point is going to be a miracle. If they'll barely sneak in at 500, which they're 1-1 right now. So we'll see, because they got a tough schedule. Tough. Everything ahead of them looks bad. Maybe Tua gets better, but even then, I don't see Tua playing for the rest of this season. Dolphins season is pretty much over. Good shit, Bills. You look great out there. Next game. Chargers versus Panthers. Oh boy. Guys, what did I tell you? Stay the fuck away from this game. Again, this game took place in North Carolina. I told you where I was. I was in fucking Japan. I was so far from this game. The spread was stupidly suspicious. And if I was using my normal systems, which for the most part I did this week, this is the one game that was the exception. I mean, I guess there was 2. I would have bet the Panthers here. I did not bet this game whatsoever because I had no expectation for what was going to happen. In theory, Chargers looked a lot better. They should have dominated them defensively. They should have dominated them offensively. And there was no doubt about that, which is exactly what happened. But the spread didn't suggest that. That means that the Panthers are historically bad. They're so bad that they're getting overvalued by Vegas. Vegas is wrong about this Panthers team. And Vegas is never fucking wrong. That's why it's Vegas. What is there to say? Great job, Los Angeles. Great defensive display. Your offense could have been a little bit better. I thought they were a little bit lackluster. But again, you're playing the Panthers. You need to score a touchdown and you win the fucking game every time. I love, though, the Chargers' strategy. I love how Harbaugh has made this a predominantly running team. And you can clearly see that the offensive strategy is going to center around the run game the entire season. And it's going to take a lot of the pressure off Herbert. I'm excited for this Chargers team. They're 2-0. And I want to see them play like a Chiefs or, one of the better teams out there because I really think Chargers could make a run. If they're going to continue playing like this, where you're playing running football with a smash mouth defense, great D-line, Chargers are going to go far, far, far. I love this game plan, and Harbaugh is already changing the culture and the overall franchise around completely with what he's doing. Great job, Harbaugh. Great job, Chargers. But again, you played the Panthers. Bryce Young is the biggest bust in American history. The guy sucks so bad, it's unbelievable. This team is an absolute mess. Tepper needs to sell. Owners need to force Tepper to sell. There needs to be a complete overhaul of this team. Offense is non-existent. Defense is even worse. I mean, no, I'm kidding. Nobody's worse than that Panthers offense. Their defense is decent. The Panthers offense is egregiously bad. You have no run game. Right? Bryce Young can't hit his receivers. I don't even want to talk about this fucking Panthers team. It's going to make me sick just even thinking about them. Panthers, you're a disgrace to the NFL. Shape the fuck up, because this is unbelievably embarrassing. Next game, Colts at Packers. God damn, was I wrong about this one. Are Colts frauds? They dominate. I mean, I don't want to say they dominate, but they play so well against the Texans team offensively to put up 10 points against the Packers, in which they have no quarterback, or at least a quarterback who can't throw the ball down the field. This goes to show the Colts' biggest weakness is the run game, or I should say defending the run game, because all Packers did was run. Malik dominated them on the ground. Josh Jacobs dominated the Colts on the ground. The Colts offense could not do a thing. They scored 10 points, and that last touchdown was late in the fourth quarter. Garbage time touchdown. The Packers held the Colts the entire game to a field goal. This was a very impressive win by the Packers. It was a trap spread. Now, I didn't know it was going to be a trap spread because Love was not or was playing. Nobody really knew. But it was a trap spread. Packers defense did exactly what they needed to do. They ran efficiently. Now, was this more so that they caught the Colts sleeping and they caught him with a nasty left hook? Yes. I don't think the Packers will be able to sustain this level of play for as long as Jordan Love is out. They're not going to be able to run down everybody's throats. They're not going to be able to dominate people as easily as they did with the Colts. They're playing Titans, for example, next week, and the Titans have a very strong defense. It's not going to be as easy for the Packers to just run down their throats as they did with the Colts. Colts got fraud checked a bit here. They're 0-2. I'm expecting more out of them in the near future, but embarrassing loss. To put up 10 points on a team that has no quarterback is bad, really bad. And they need to shape up that run defense, because if they are a good team and if they are a real contender, come playoff time, they're going to get exposed horribly. Because if you can't defend the run in January, it's worthless. You're going to lose bad. Great win by the Packers, but y'all better be able to sustain this until Jordan Love comes back, because I don't think you'll be able to sustain this level of play, or at least the style of play. But at least you beat the shit out of the Colts and embarrassed a lot of people and fucked a lot of people's parlays up. So good job, Packers. Next game. The New Orleans Saints versus the Dallas Cowgirls. Oh boy. I'm not even a Cowgirls hater, but they got fucking exposed. Saints offense might actually be good, or is Cowboys defense just straight up trash? A little bit of both. You guys know I'm a bit of a Derek Carr hater. I'm not the person that's going to be like, oh, Derek Carr, oh, Alvin Kamara, oh, look at this team. They played very well. They exposed this Cowboys defense, and they are going to be a real threat in the NFC South. I'll give them that. Are they winning a Super Bowl? No chance. Is Derek Carr a good offensive quarterback? No chance. Offensive quarterback. Kamara has his crazy one game every year. So this is the game that he had it, where he just goes off for 3+ touchdowns and goes stupid. I think he had like 4 touchdowns in this game. They beat him 44-19. It was a blowout. I mean, Cowboys embarrassed themselves the worst out of everybody. In a week where there was massive upsets, Cowboys somehow managed to stick out and be the worst by far. Because at least all these other teams were upset by, one score. Cowboys got blown out by more than 20 points. 25 points. That's fucking horrible. Cowboys, what the fuck? What the fuck? Where did your defense go? I thought the Cowboys' defense was supposed to be good, but they're not. The Cowgirls choked, like they always do. They're trash as of right now. However, I will say, if you remember last year, they lost very early to the Arizona Cardinals in a very big upset as well. So I don't think necessarily that the Cowboys are in a bad position. But again, it goes to show that they can lose and that they can be exposed. And if you put on a dominant offensive display, Cowboys are losing. Now, Saints' offense was unrealistic and unsustainable. They had 5, 6, 7 straight scoring drives. They just kept scoring and scoring and scoring. And it was touchdowns too. It wasn't even like they were kicking field goals. Every time was a monster touchdown. Derek Carr has looked amazing thus far. This Saints offense has looked amazing thus far. But I don't think they're as good as advertised. I get it. Now they beat this Cowboys, so it's not the same as beating the Panthers from week 1. I get it. But I'm still concerned for this Saints team, and I don't think they're as good as we think because of these last 2 games. I want to see them against a good defense, and I want to see them mid-season because we all know it's not mid-season yet. And just wait till Derek Carr gets in his mid-season form and going to go back to his inconsistent self where every other ball is incomplete or intercepted. Derek Carr's not good. It's just they're playing the Cowgirls, and that's why they won. That's all I have to say. I think I got this game wrong, but I didn't bet this game individually because I knew it was a very trappy game, and I'm not betting on the Cowboys as big favorites. If you're still betting on the Cowboys as big favorites, you're insane. You really are. Because Cowboys suck balls. And they're going to have so many problems this year. McCarthy needs to go. There's going to be drama in the locker room. And even with all the contract disputes resolved, they got a long way to go. Good shit, Saints. Good win. Y'all played well, but I want to see you do more. 49ers versus the Vikings. And what did I say? What did I say? Your boy got it right. I knew the Vikings were going to win this game for a multitude of reasons. That's the reality. I knew that the Vikings were the better team in this situation, more so due to the fact that, one, the spread was very sussy-bussy. And you knew that with a sus spread like this, at home, Vikings do have the advantage. If I'm not wrong, the 49ers have not won in Minnesota since the early 90s, which is insane considering how good the Niners have been and Minnesota has been shitty for the most part. Which, yeah. And again, Darnold is the man. Darnold is the fucking man. But more so, Darnold played well, and I'm going to give him the credit he deserves because y'all know I do fuck with Darnold, and I am rooting for this Vikings team to do big things. But the Vikings D clutched up like I knew they would. They clutched up to hold the 49ers team to 17 points, make Purdy look stupid, make him look lost out there is impressive as hell. I am unbelievably shocked that the Vikings are now 2-0. They're 2-0. Great job, Minnesota. Great fucking job. Y'all look great out there. Y'all exposed the fuck out of this Niners team. And honestly, I don't think the Niners are as good this year as they are last year. I think they're going to have more games like this where they lose to teams that you don't expect them to lose to. They're going to be a lot more human this year and a lot easier to beat. With that being said, Vikings are a damn near playoff team. I'm going to say it. Sam Darnold keeps playing the way he's playing at this Pro Bowl, all-pro level. Jay Jetta is Jay Jetta. The man said himself he's not Garrett Wilson, and he showed it. I mean, that 97-yard touchdown was just a thing of beauty. And even though he got a little bit banged up, I think he's fine. Nothing serious. Vikings. Holy shit. Like Biden says, Minnesota are going to do big things. They're going to do big fucking things. Great fucking win. Great win for your boy. I had a nice bet on the Vikings +7 and the Vikings money line. Great win, Vikings. Great win for me. And give your boy some respect because he called that shit. Fuck yeah. Next game. Buccaneers at Lions. So this game was surprising as hell, if I do say so myself. I knew that the Buccaneers were going to cover. The 7.5 was way too big of a spread for a team like the Buccaneers. And I think that the spread was that high, more so that the Lions are so good at covering. In the Dan Campbell era, Lions are unbelievable against the spread. Like, I think by far the best team against the spread the last 3 years. And that's why the public is a bit overrating them. I thought the Lions were going to win this game. I just knew the Buccaneers were going to keep it close. But I'm shocked the Lions couldn't finish the job. And it was clear as day, not that the Lions' defense was not good, because the Buccaneers' offense is good enough. We know it. Evans is a beast. Baker's a beast. Godwin's a beast. Even White is a pretty solid running back with a great O-line, right? Wirfs is a monster. But more so that the Lions' offense did not do its part. Again, felt like it fell short. Jared Goff turned into Jared Goof. And I felt at times that he held them back. He really did. He looked like the old Jared Goof. Buccaneers are a legit team. That's not a question. The spread should not have been this high. But the fact that Buccaneers did upset the Lions is pretty impressive. Good shit, Buccaneers. Good shit. I made a fuck ton of money on this game because, again, I bet the spread. That's what you guys got to do, bet the spread. And I killed it in this one. Lions do have some offensive problems. They need to address those offensive problems ASAP. Because even though I still love the Gibbs-Montgomery running back duo, they have to work on this passing attack. Because something is up. And Amon-Ra got injured. It's not looking great. They got to shape up. Because right now the Lions could easily be 0-2. Very easy. With that being said, after a tough first 2 weeks, right? Rams is not an easy out. Buccaneers were definitely not an easy out. Lions coming out 1-1 is fine. It's early in the season. I am not worried about this Lions team. They are still very good. And all this showed was not that the Lions were bad, but more so that the Buccaneers are really good. And they need to get a lot more credit in the NFC playoff picture than they are getting, because they are more so on the level of the Lions than they are of the Saints. And I think Buccaneers are way better than the Saints. I can't wait for the two of them to play each other because it's not even going to be a ball game. You think this Saints offense is good? I love this Buccaneers offense, and I think they're even better. Good win, Tampa Bay. Y'all look great out there. Lions, you have some concerns to address, but it's early. You're good. Jets versus Titans. What a win! What a win for the Jets, Jets! I loved it. Did they look bad initially? Yes, they did. Was I shitting my pants initially? Yes, I was. But. Titans clearly love to start out early, start out well, and just shit the bed the rest of the way. This is the second week in a row they've done it. Will Levis is a turnover machine. The man is not a bad quarterback. He has an arm. He really can sling it deep, but he needs to minimize the mistakes. Sometimes just tell yourself, Daniel, I almost called him Daniel Jones. He is fucking Daniel Jones. Will Levis sometimes just needs to calm down a bit and take the sack. Take the incompletion. It's not worth throwing the interception. It's not worth throwing the backwards pass for a fumble. Jets D is fucked. I'm super excited and very satisfied with the offense, but the Jets D is absolutely fucked. Jermaine Johnson is out for the season. It's all but a given. Mosley, I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but nevertheless, he's older and it's going to be a lot tougher. Even with him back in, he's going to be banged up. The Jets D has looked horrible as of these last two games and are going to get even worse. I'm very concerned for this team. I'm very concerned for this run defense. And I'm worried that once we start playing the good teams, right, that are going to dominate us on the ground, Buffalo, right? Even Miami, even the fucking Patriots. This week we have the Patriots on a short week, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am shitting bricks for that game because Patriots are an efficient running team, and if they run the ball down the Jets' throat and control the time of possession, they will win this game. But I'm getting ahead of myself. That's for the Thursday night predictions. Good win, New York. First win of the season. First win, first official, I guess you could say, win of Aaron Rodgers' career, because technically the Bills game from week 1 last year counts as a win. But good shit, Jets. Good win. Would I have liked it to be a bigger and more authoritative win? Yes, but a win is a win. A win is a win. Good shit, Jets. The Giants versus the Washington Redskins. The Giants scored 3 touchdowns, and the Redskins scored 0. Yet, the Giants lost by 3. Since the Redskins scored 7 field goals. 7 field goals to score 21. That's insanity. Giants are ass. This team is not good. I don't even want to talk about them. Jones needs to be benched. Dayball needs to go as well. Nothing positive to say for this team. If you score 3 touchdowns and lose to a team that scores 0, what's there to say? You're ass, and your defense is even worse. Commanders, or Redskins. Jaden Daniels, my glorious king, looks unbelievable. And I'm going to continue to glaze him, because he is without question, the best rookie QB from this draft. Not even a doubt in my mind. He looked great out there. He's a great pocket passer. He's a great runner. I'm not going to glaze him every week, I promise. But I think the red zone offense needs work. If this red zone offense can get to where I think it's going to get to, and Kingsbury stops being a little bitch boy in the red zone, then this Commanders team is going places. Brian Robinson absolutely dominated. He's a great RB1. I love this Commanders defense. I love the Commanders offense. I love this Commanders team. Last week I lost my house betting on them. This week I won it all back since I bet my wife and kids on them. And I don't know who they're playing yet for next week, but get ready, because I might be betting on them again. Love this Redskins team. Giants are absolute ass. Let's move on to the next game. Browns at Jaguars. Weird game. Very weird game. Very weird game, to say the least. Jaguars did not look good. They're now 0-2. The offense looks lackluster. Dougie P has a lot of work to do. And the Browns won this game because the Browns made this game the way they wanted to play it, right? It was a low-scoring, slow defensive game. That's the Browns' repertoire. If the Browns are going to play in these low-scoring defensive games where you don't need Deshaun Cosby to dominate and take over, then they're going to win. I don't have much analysis for this game. Jaguars 0-2. You should be concerned. Browns 1-1. Good win, but your offensive concerns have not been addressed yet. All this game showed was that in a defensive, low-scoring game, you will come out on top, which we all knew. It was a trap spread, but that's not here nor there. I should have read that better. Whatever, that's on me. Good shit, Browns, but again, both of these teams still have work to do, and not much I can really take away from this game as to how the season will fare for the rest of the way for Browns and Jags. Let's move on. Seahawks at Patriots. Seahawks look better than I expected them to. I'm not going to lie. I thought Patriots were going to absolutely dominate them on the ground, and that was going to set up the game for the Pats to win. They kept it close. They had their opportunities. Late in the fourth, when Patriots were driving, I think they were down 3. I wanted them to win this game. I thought they were gonna. And when they went to overtime, got the ball first, I really thought the Patriots had this one in the bag. Unfortunately, they didn't. They did shit the bed. But they played well. They also covered the spread. They did, which is great because, you know, good teams win, but great teams cover, right? I'm satisfied. I won money on this game, obviously. Seahawks look better than I expected them to. Patriots look better than I expected them to. I don't know what to expect from Seahawks as of yet. They're 2-0, but they've played 2 pretty shit teams. Very cupcake schedule for Seahawks to start the season. I want to see how they fare against the better teams. Even the teams in their division, right? Because I don't know how Seahawks are going to do against Cardinals, against Rams, and the 49ers. So we'll see where that goes from now. Good shit Seahawks. Good shit Patriots. I'm impressed by both. Even though Patriots lost, they should consider this a win. They looked really good out there. Defense looked great, and offense is serviceable. That's what you need. Next game, Raiders at Ravens. And the running back gets exposed again. What's new? What's new? What's new? What's new? Now, I will admit I had Ravens to win, even though I had Raiders to cover. Again, another game, I bet Raiders to cover. I'm not betting Ravens to win. I'm betting Raiders to cover. So Raiders covering did me all I needed, right? Because they won by fucking 3. They were underdogs of like 8. I think I had them, yeah, like 8. Massive, massive dogs. Massive dogs. Ravens just love to blow leads. They blow their load too early and love to blow leads. This game wasn't necessarily a determining factor of the season. The Ravens are 0-2, just as are the Bengals, just as are a lot of other good teams that you didn't expect to be 0-2. The entire AFC North is a complete mess as of right now. Raiders played very, very well, but the Raiders didn't win this game. The Ravens gifted the Raiders this game. They gave the game away. Horrible interception by Lamar. I'm not going to rant about Lamar every week. There'll be other weeks where I can shit on Lamar. All you guys need to know is I don't think he's a great quarterback, and I don't think he's going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He might win MVP, but he'll never win a Super Bowl, and this is going to show for it. Bad play by the Ravens. Great play by the Raiders. Raiders stepped up when they needed to step up, did what they fucking had to do, and showed everybody who they really are. Good shit, Raiders, Ravens, 0-2. You're lucky the rest of your division is a slaughterhouse, so they're going to eliminate each other, and it's going to be a very tough schedule, but you should be concerned. 0-2 is not a great start, and losing to the Raiders at home as massive favorites is bad. Is real bad. Good shit, Raiders. Again, another sneaky good team. But it's one of those games that was more so any given Sunday than it was, oh my God, Raiders are actually good. Ravens just suck balls. Let's move on to the next game. Rams at Cardinals. And I knew it. I knew it. I knew the Cardinals are like that. I knew the Rams are just a bit overrated. And Cardinals absolutely bullied the Rams. Kyler is playing unbelievable. Kyler is dark horse MVP. You heard what I said. He might not win it, but he's a dark horse as of right now. He looked unbelievable. Marvin Harrison Jr. had 4 catches, over 100 yards, and 2 tutties. 2 of his 4 catches were touchdown catches. Long touchdown catches, too. He dominated. The game was over after the first quarter. It was like 14-0, 21-0, whatever it was. Cardinals look amazing. They're 1-1, should be 2-0. And look, I'm going to continue to bet this Cardinals team until the wheels fall off. This Cardinals are good. Murray is him. Marvin Harrison Jr. is him. And he may even be better than his daddy. Yeah, I said it. He may become better than his daddy. Because if he keeps playing like this, holy fuck. Cardinals are making the playoffs. I said what I said. I don't know who they're playing as of yet next week. But again, similar to the Redskins, get ready. Because I'm probably going to be betting them. Rams looked bad. But I think more so that it wasn't the Rams team in general. It was the fact that the Rams were banged up. The entire team was in the ICU. They have a lot of injury concerns. Puka is out. Cooper Kupp got injured in the game. And Stafford's just a cuck, right? Jimmy Garoppolo got Kelly Stafford's pussy after this game. And Rams, 0-2 for the Rams is not a good start. But again, they had 2 tough games to start the season. They'll bounce back. And they will hopefully recover. Both injury-wise and record-wise. But one relates to the other. So until they get healthy, they're not going to win games. Cardinals dominated them. Cardinals are the better team. I've been saying it. I've been knowing it. Fuck yeah. Cardinals, let's go. Redbirds, Red Sea, whatever it's called. I want to see a successful season from you guys. Let's get it. Steelers versus Broncos. I'm not even going to spend time discussing this game. Both teams just horrible. Steelers offense non-existent as always, relying on the defense nonstop. They're 2-0. Justin Field goals played well, but again, they need a more consistent offense that's going to actually put up points because once they play competent teams, they're not going to be able to beat them scoring 13 points. As for the Broncos, Bo Nix is absolute trash. I don't give a fuck if I'm judging him too early. He's absolute garbage. The Broncos team in general is absolute garbage. Sean Payton is washed. The defense is trash. Offense is horrible. Broncos are going to be lucky if they win a game. It's going to be a real miracle if the Panthers and the Broncos play each other this season. I don't know if they will, but good Lord, that game is going to be worse than torture. They should make terrorists watch this game as a form of torture. Oh, horrible, horrible game. I don't even want to say good win by the Steelers. Steelers won. That's my analysis for that game. Let's move on. Bengals versus Chiefs, and this was a banger. Banger, 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 banger. Chiefs did their thing, went out there and won. They did not cover. They went out there and won. Now, a lot of controversy surrounding these last plays for the Chiefs. Was it or was it not a defensive pass interference? Again, it was 4th and 16. 4th and 16, in which the previous 4th and 6 was actually a conversion. The Chiefs converted on that 4th down, but the refs called a holding on the Chiefs O-lineman to make it 4th and 16, which people for some reason don't acknowledge, but that's not here nor there. That was a DPOI. No question. No question. That was a defensive pass interference. It was. It was a defensive pass interference. He clearly, the Bengals corner clearly hit the Chiefs receiver early. Anyone else would have called it a DPOI or DPOI. DPOI, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Defensive pass interference. DPOI. Chiefs played well. Bengals finally played to their expectation. And for some reason, the Bengals just always give problems to the Chiefs. Again, I'm not worried for this Chiefs team. They looked great out there. Great defense, great offense. They're going to continue to dominate. They're going to lose games here and there. That's a guarantee. But it was a good win, good comeback win. And right when they thought they lost it, they did what they had to do. Bengals, it was a good recovery from the shit show that happened in New England the week prior. Or I should say in Cincinnati against New England the week prior. But 0-2 start is not good, but you're lucky that Ravens are also 0-2, and you're very lucky that your division is very difficult, so they're going to kind of factor each other out. Bengals are still in a very good position, and if they play like this against everybody else, they're going to win. I'm not worried about the Bengals. This game was the battle of two heavyweights, two powerhouses, and it was exactly that. Chiefs coming out on top, game-winning field goal, 1 point. I had a little parlay, Chiefs money line, Texans money line, so I hit on that shit. I had a good week if you guys couldn't tell. Good shit Kansas City, good shit Bengals. Game of the week? Probably. Great shit Kansas City. Sunday Night Football, where the Chicago Bears shit the bed versus the Texans. I'm going to start with the Texans first. Texans defense is godly. I love Will Anderson. They are real contenders because of this defense. And as for the offense, they have so many weapons, a plethora of weapons, that it makes CJ so goddamn dangerous. Nico is a beast. Tank is a beast. Stephon is money every time you put it in his hands. Mixon can get it down the field as well. And CJ, oh my God. CJ is Mahomes-esque. He puts the ball right where it needs to be every time. He's got that flick of the wrist that's so beautiful and unlike anything we've ever seen before. Good shit, CJ Stroud. You looked great out there. Keep doing what you're doing. Good win by the Texans. As for the Bears, I'll start with the positive. The defense. Y'all got a top 5 defense. One of the best in the league. To limit CJ Stroud to 19 points is impressive as hell. And it honestly sucks that your offense is non-existent. Which now we get to my favorite part of the Bears team, the offense. Caleb is horrible. Caleb is trash. Caleb is a bust. Y'all can argue with me all you want in the comments. Caleb is not good. This is the second week in a row in which he is the reason why this Bears team struggles. If anybody else is the quarterback of this Bears team, if Justin Fields is the quarterback of this Bears team, Bears win this game. They lost by 6. Just right there. Texans did not play well. The Bears defense played so effectively that the Bears could have actually won this game. But nope. The first transgender in NFL history shit the bed. He's not a good quarterback. I'm going to keep pounding my fist on that. It was a great game. I shouldn't say it was a great game. It was kind of a snooze fest, but more of a defensive battle. I do like defense, so I do enjoy the defensive battles a little bit more. But again, Texans 2-0 start, looking great as usual. Bears should be 0-2, are very lucky are 1-1, and are just going to continue to lose games since Caleb Williams has no offensive power and is not a good NFL quarterback. He still thinks this is college. He still runs around the entire field like it's college, thinking he's going to make the banger play, when in reality, all he does is get sacked. Caleb is trash. Bears offense is trash. I don't hate the Bears. I hate Caleb. That's the key difference. Good win by the Texans to close off the Sunday Night Football. Let's go to our Monday night reaction. Now we got the Monday Night Football game, Atlanta versus Philly. And to end off the week of chaos, we got some more chaos. What a game. First of all, great fucking game. Great fucking game. I think we can all agree there. It was a good mix of the offense and defense. Good little battle back and forth. And just when you thought it was over, it's never fucking over. Especially when you're dealing with the Eagles. The whole game, Eagles look like the much better team. Falcons are lackluster on offense. Kirk looks slow. I say looked slow at times and looked like he had not recovered fully from his injuries. The defense played well enough for Atlanta, but again, if Kirk's not giving the production they need, then it doesn't matter how good the defense is going to play. The Eagles played well up until that last sequence where they blew the game completely. And the reality is that the person that is to blame for this shit was Nick Sirianni. Instead of running the ball on 3rd and 3 and draining the clock, right? Draining it to what? 30, 40 extra seconds? He decides to run a pass play. A pass play to Saquon on 3rd down, which Saquon drops and now stops the clock, giving the Falcons enough time to come back. Cousins looked amazing driving down that field. He was just money after money after money after money. Easiest drive down the field ever. Philly's defense forgot they were playing football. They must have thought game was over already. Score the tud, go up by 1, and seal the game off with a fucking interception of Jalen Hurts. Oh my God. Philly. Philly are frauds. They could easily be 0-2 without a doubt in my mind. They have not looked great. There's clearly problems. The coaching staff is a problem. Nick Sirianni needs to get his head in the fucking game. And you can't blow games like this. You have to have better clock management. If you want to be a Super Bowl team like you were 2 years ago, you have to manage the clock better. If you're not managing the clock, the game is over. You blew that game. Nobody but Philly lost that game. Atlanta played well, but Philly gifted them the win. Complete gift of a win. Philly, a home loss is embarrassing. Embarrassing, especially against Atlanta. God damn. The week of the fraud, the week of the chaos, it has been insane. Nothing but upsets and upsets and upset. Even this game ended up being an upset, which I thought Philly had in the bag. I did make money on this game. I bet Falcons spread, so you know that's how I make my money. Good shit, Atlanta. Unbelievable win. Your offense still needs some work. But I'll admit, it seems like it's more growing pains as of right now than it is actual incompetency. So I will expect Atlanta to get better on offense and become a much stronger team. Philly, just get your fucking head in the game. It's early in the year. Don't let this discourage you like the losses last year did. You're still in it, but better clock management is necessary. Okay, that was the recap for week 2 of the NFL season. It was a great week. A lot of upsets, a lot of wild shit. See you guys next week. I should say see you guys for the next video, prediction video, week 3, college football. Check them all out.